Hi, folks, and welcome to one of the big occasions on the college football calendar. Two teams that have earned their right to play for the championship of the ACC. Think about all the playoff and national championship dreams that have been launched from this stadium. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first-round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Moving past the 25. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
On the ground, it's Jackson. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Go all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. And it's complete downfield. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. LSU is now operating in the red zone. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Will he score here? All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Bringing it out. It's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lanes. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Uiagalelei. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. This time, a completion. Tackle made of the play at the 29-yard line.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his...
Airing this one out toward the sideline. The catch is made inside the 10. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
Oh, just short of the end zone. But a big play from this offense. Now we're going to see if this defense can just hold him to 3.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. See if they can convert the point after. PAT puts them in front by 7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And on the carry, he's heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Can he make it to the marker? Looks like LSU has the first down.
Here's a great example of back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. Got between the tackles and earned every single yard. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly.
They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of his sticks. And then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Holmes. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. Looking for his big tight end. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Tigers. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
That makes the score LSU 21, Florida State 14.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to kick off.
Bringing it out. It's Holmes. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception in a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, I'd love to see this quarterback sit in there and take the hit. But, man, he's got to do a better job of recognizing where to go with the ball and just throw it away. You can't throw it into double coverage.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Long enough and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Dropping back. It's Uiagalelei. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards in the completion, but now it's 4th down. Back to throw again. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
And now another deep ball here. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Gets rid of it on the move. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. An important 9 yards gain there brings up just 3rd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Tackle made at the 41. That's 1st down yardage.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a 1st down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
2nd down after that short completion. Handoff heading left. In the clear at the 25. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Second down after that previous play. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll test the right side here.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, LSU. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT puts them up 17 now. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Holmes. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This has been a rough 1st half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's an out route. The catch made. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Scanning the field. It's Uiagalelei. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it a 10-point deficit, 31-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservative. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run. And they hand it off to the back.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Here's the punt, high in the air. And the punt will bounce and roll out of bounds. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
LSU 31, Florida State 21.
The Noles will kick this away to get the second half going. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. He'll throw it now. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And he'll set up to throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Seminoles. Here's the point after attempt.
With the defensive score.
PHC is good. They still trail them. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for a deep completion. Catch made wide open way downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. A new set of downs after that completion. Here's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. First and goal for the offense. And here's the handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Second down and goal. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. They'll run it to the right side. Aiming for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Bringing it out. It's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Look him out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Holmes. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. You can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Throws it in. It's Williams. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Breaks loose at the 45. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle it at the 44.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the Knowles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. To throw, it's Uiagalelei. Throws it to the right. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Touchdown, Florida State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
LSU.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. On the kickoff is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Important second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Defense is coming after him. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Plenty of time to scan the field. Finally flings it to the left side. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Nice find there by the quarterback on 3rd down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on 3rd down. Being a good 3rd down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. It's press coverage now from these DBs. He'll hand it off. Can he reach the end zone? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. When the kick is up and good, they tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Scanning the field. It's Uiagalelei. The pocket breaking down. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw to the left. Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. He bought some time, now lets it go. Caught near the sideline. It's Williams. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
LSU 45, Florida State 35.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Looking to throw again. Going for a big play downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Bringing pressure. Using his legs on the scramble. He's swarmed by the defense.
Brings up 3rd down.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back. It's Uiagalelei. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Let's it fly to the wideout. He makes the grab. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
And the Seminoles come up to the line in the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch.
Well, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend-but-don't-break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. Inside the 40. Out past the 30. Moving right through the contacts. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Trying for the touchdown, they'll test the left side. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4th down situation. They need to kick the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
3rd and goal, try to make it on the ground. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And that's a solid return after the interception.